My beloved child, listen very carefully, because this is not a random moment, and this is not a random message. On today, something shifts in the unseen realm around your life, and Archangel Michael is stepping forward right now to warn you, guide you, and protect what is about to unfold. With a hidden gift, someone is approaching you. But there's a reason why heaven wants you to see this before they come to your door. This awareness will determine whether this moment is a blessing multiplied or a lesson learned the hard way. Pay attention to this. There's more to this than just a door. It has to do with access. Someone is allowed to enter your space, your emotions, your home, or your plans. Some of the things they carry are hidden, even though their hands look open. This is why timing is important, says Archangel Michael. You can use your discernment as a shield today, because it is a checkpoint date and a spiritual intersection. Do not start to panic. There is no fear in this message. Preparation is the message. When heaven warns something, it's always because heaven wants to keep you safe. At this very moment, Archangel Michael is standing guard with his sword drawn but ready, watching the movements of someone who is connected to your destiny path. You may already know this person. They might have your name, number, address, trust, or at least your attention. They may show up out of the blue and be introduced by things that seem normal, but what they bring is complex. There is a gift, but it's not easy to find because it's wrapped up in choice, timing, and intention. A lot of people miss it here. They think gifts are always clear, clean, and bright when they arrive. But some blessings come in the form of problems. Some people come with delay, humility, or even confusion. Additionally, some gifts are intended to reveal whether you have developed the strength to see value without being fooled by appearances. Archangel Michael says, watch how they approach. Do they rush you? Do they pressure you? Do they insist you decide quickly before you can pray, breathe, or seek peace? That is your first signal. Without clarity, anything aligned with heaven never demands urgency. You don't have to force divine doors to open. You will hear your intuition more today than usual. Small emotions can speak loudly of big truths. It's a hesitation that you can't explain, a calm you didn't expect, a question that comes up in your mind without words. Do not ignore these signals. Through awareness instead of alarm, this is how Archangel Michael shows protection. Know this, you don't just get the hidden gift. The reveal is something. Finding out who is real and who is just interested could be revealed. Finding out if someone is meant to stay or just pass through could be revealed. It might even reveal a strength that you didn't know you had. A cycle closing and this person's arrival are related. Something you asked heaven for is now giving it to you, but not in the way you thought it would. Here is where wisdom is needed. After praying for answers, many people turn them down because they don't look like what they're looking for. You are being asked to slow down inside by Archangel Michael. There's no need to put off action, but there is a need to put off assumption. Look past the words. Look past what you see. Don't just trust promises. Look for consistency. Pay attention to tone. What they do with your boundaries should be watched. The little things here are more important than the gift itself. You should also know this. Not every person who brings you a gift is meant to stay in your life. Some are carriers, not friends. They do what they were told and then leave. Honoring the purpose over the person may keep you from completing what God wanted. Discernment is protection in situations like these. Do not go into too much detail today. Don't feel bad about taking your time. There is more power in silence than in words. Looking away will protect you more than talking to someone. Archangel Michael says, your calm authority will confuse anyone who is trying to trick you, and it will comfort anyone who is sincere. If this message seems very specific, that's because it is. Not everyone should do this. This is for the person who has been feeling watched, not out of fear but out of awareness. The person who sensed something was coming but couldn't put their finger on it. This is your confirmation. No matter what kind of knock it is, you won't be caught off guard when it comes. You will remember the time. You knew this was going to happen, so you will react with strength instead of surprise. Keep this in mind and spirit. When God gives you gifts, They never take away your peace. They won't rush you, but they will stretch you. They may push you, but they don't make you feel lost. Your compass is peace. Stay with me, because what happens next will reveal why this timing is so perfect, and why ignoring this moment could delay something much better that heaven has already prepared for you. Open your heart a little bit more now, chosen one. This moment feels heavier than usual because of what Archangel Michael will reveal next. The days that led up to today are not just any days. These are days of alignment. Heaven is setting up conversations, delays, and even interruptions, so that when this person comes up to you, you don't react from old wounds, but from your present authority. You have grown in ways that you haven't fully recognized, says Archangel Michael. You have learned to pause where you used to react. You have learned to listen where you used to explain. And you have learned to protect your peace without feeling the need to justify it. This growth is exactly why the hidden gift is being sent now instead of earlier. If it had come before, you might have handled it wrong, misunderstood it, or stuck to the wrong take on it. This person coming toward you is carrying something that is related to responsibility. It's not a burden, but responsibility, and it takes maturity to carry it. There could be trust, information, a chance, peace, or access to something you have been quietly praying for. And this is why Archangel Michael is so intent on your posture. Things will turn out the way you receive them. Before your mind understands, pay attention to how your body reacts. Truth can sometimes be recognized by your spirit before it can be explained by logic. Being calm isn't always a sign of comfort. There are times when it's confirmation, and pain isn't always a sign of danger. Sometimes what needs light is exposure. Ask yourself, do I feel rushed or anchored? That answer will help you. Also important is what Archangel Michael has to say. Yes and no. Not every smile or pause is a sign or a warning. That's why balance is important. Do not start to doubt everyone, but do not be careless either. It's not fear to be wise. It is clear. You are welcome to ask things. You have time to take it. You can say, let me think about this without feeling guilty. This breaks a pattern. You may have thought that when someone knocked, you had to open right away, prove yourself, or go out of your way to be accepted in the past. That time of year is over. You open now out of wisdom, not need. Your worth no longer depends on who chooses you. You choose with heaven, says Archangel Michael. This message also deals with timing. In contrast to questioning, silence will reveal more. Let people's consistency show you who they are. Keep an eye on what they do after the first meeting. When you don't give them instant access, keep an eye on how respectful their energy stays. When boundaries show up, good intentions don't go away. Changing things does. Something powerful but understated occurs today. Curiosity is replaced by clarity. They will let you know if they want to walk with you, walk by you, or just give you something and leave. You won't feel lost no matter what happens. You'll sense alignment. Archangel Michael wants you to know that you don't always keep the hidden gift. It's what you learn sometimes. It's sometimes what you're finally free from. It can be confirmation that you made the right decision to wait, heal, and grow. Please listen carefully now. There is a reason you are here hearing this message. It spoke to you. Messages like this get to people who can do something, not just listen. This is where your participation is important. You anchor the message into your awareness more deeply when you participate. Take a moment to show that this speaks to you. Like this message so it can reach other people who are in the same situation. Give it to someone who needs to know right now. Express your decision to use discernment instead of impulse by leaving a comment. Also, if you haven't already aligned yourself with this space, subscribe so that you can keep getting messages that prepare you before things happen, not after. In case you haven't already, this is your divine invitation to subscribe. When you hit the subscribe button, you're not just following a channel. It's about getting God's prophetic alignment to work in your life. You are putting yourself under a constant flow of prophetic guidance when you subscribe. You are telling heaven, I want to stay connected to the words that prepare me, protect me, and position me for what is coming. That alignment will start to work right away, guiding your steps, putting you in touch with the right people, and keeping you in line with divine timing. Do it right now. Join the community by subscribing and making your alignment official. This community grows through obedience and awareness. Now my spirit is telling me to ask you to take one more step. You can share this video on your story or with someone you know. Don't hold back. This prophetic word is more than just a video when you share it. You are putting the anointing on your own breakthrough to work. Something changes in the spiritual world. As soon as you click share, you start to see the breakthrough you've been hoping for come faster. You become a channel for blessing, and heaven will never release blessing through a vessel without first blessing the vessel. Do it now, and see how quickly God responds to your obedience. You're not just supporting a channel when you do that. Someone who isn't sure what to do at a crucial time is getting light from you. While you feel this message resonating in your spirit, I want you to do something simple but powerful. The like button should be pressed. This isn't just a mechanical process. This is a spiritual sign. You are letting God's favor flow into your life when you like this video. You are telling heaven, I receive this word. I align with this truth. I welcome your favor to flow into my circumstances. That favor will start moving right away, changing things, opening doors, and putting you exactly where you need to be. As an act of faith, do it now. Archangel Michael also wants you to remember that paying attention is a form of stewardship. What you pay attention to grows. Focus on peace instead of stress, truth instead of noise, and what fits instead of what looks good. This is just the beginning of more events to unfold. There is a deeper reason for the gift's concealment, which we will gradually reveal. Please don't rush. Allow the message to unfold as it should. Wait. What's about to happen will explain why this person's arrival is linked to a door that you didn't know was about to open. Archangel Michael is about to reveal the deeper meaning of this encounter. So, my beloved, calm your spirit now. There is more to this than just who is coming. It is also about what heaven is fixing in you before they get there. A spiritual recalibration is taking place right now, so that old patterns don't show up in new ways. Something inside you is being changed. There was a time when you thought attention meant assignments, says Archangel Michael. You thought that someone would stay because they were interested. But heaven has taught you through silence, distance, and waiting for things to happen that don't. You now know that not everyone who comes up to you has covenant. There is contrast in some. They show you what you can no longer stand. That's why the hidden gift is hard to find. If it were easy to see, your old habits might kick in. But now the gift needs wisdom, not excitement, and it needs discernment, not emotion. This is proof of growth. You aren't driven by urgency anymore. Alignment directs you. Archangel Michael wants you to know that this person's arrival will make you remember things. You might feel old emotions again. The same dynamics may try to play out again. There is no regression here. Yes, this is confirmation. Heaven is proud of how far you've come. You'll notice that what used to pull you doesn't do it as well now. What gave you trouble before now makes sense. What used to scare you now seems small. This is also a warning wrapped in love. Please don't romanticize the moment. Avoid trying to over-spiritualize the person. Keep your heart steady and your eyes open. Destiny is not obscured by chaos by God. This is what He hides behind peace, humility, and patience. Archangel Michael says that the enemy tries to copy timing all the time. He sends distractions that seem like answers and quick fixes that seem like blessings. But they always ask you to do something that God never does. Your integrity, your boundaries, or your peace. Pay close attention to what you need to do. If it makes you lose your sight, it's too expensive. Tomorrow, what you do, not what you say, will have more power. You do not need to show off. You don't have to talk about your past. You don't have to say anything. Performance won't speak as loudly as presence. Be calm. Confidence will not speak as loudly. You can't rush to believe the truth. You didn't know that one of the doors was still shut in this case. It wasn't locked. You just weren't ready to walk through it without getting lost. Now that you are older, that door is responding to your maturity. That person is linked to that door, but they are not the door itself. Do not forget this. Do not get the messenger and the destination mixed up. Archangel Michael is keeping a close eye on this moment because it will determine the next part of your life. Things that are released next depend on how you handle this encounter. Now heaven trusts you. That trust isn't given out of the blue. This should sink into your spirit. You're not behind schedule. You're not behind. Not a thing is missing from you. The divine order is making everything fit together. What's coming your way now is coming because you can handle it without breaking, bending, or betraying yourself. Take this instruction in a gentle but firm way. You should respond with wisdom instead of nostalgia when the time comes. Prayer, not impulsivity, and authority, not fear. They did it. You're not the same person you used to be. And the result will show that. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go, through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. You can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Take a moment to seal this message if it speaks to your spirit. If you are ready to see gifts without losing your peace, type "I receive divine discernment" in the comments. You have just received the blessing code 864's release. Listen to how this word flows into this moment. You did not get this message by accident, but this channel is here for a reason other than views or numbers. Through these words, souls are being cleansed, guided, and protected. And I want you to join me on that mission. When you support this work through Super Thanks membership or the PayPal link in the description, you are not giving to a channel. I hear the Lord say, "Those who sow into this ground are lighting lamps for those still walking in darkness." Someone else's today moment is coming before yours. In times like these, obedience opens rivers you didn't expect. And I'm personally asking you to act on this stirring. May heaven increase your discernment, keep your home safe, and speed up every delayed promise as you give. Do it right now. Let go of the seed and see how God responds. Dear soul, come closer now, because what Archangel Michael reveals now explains why your spirit has been feeling so alert lately. That quiet sense of awareness you've had isn't anxiety. That's what preparation is. Heaven has been fine-tuning your sensitivity so that you won't miss what's important when the timing is right. After today, Archangel Michael says you'll look back and see that there were signs all around you, like short interruptions, late replies, pauses that came out of nowhere, and even times when plans changed without warning. All of these were not problems. The adjustments were made. At times, God slowed things down so that this meeting wouldn't happen in the middle of confusion or unfinished healing. You need to know something important about the person who is coming up to you. They're not coming to take anything from you, but they will test what you give them. Not with intention, but by accident. Their presence will reveal how well you now protect what is sacred. Your time, your emotion, your access, and your trust. This test is not meant to fail you. It is confirmation that you are now taking care of what heaven has granted you. You once overextended yourself in situations where you should have observed. You poured into places that couldn't hold what you carried. But now restraint has turned into wisdom. Silence has turned into strength. And this is why the hidden gift can be trusted to reach you, says Archangel Michael. You'll see that this person is not looking for validation from you. You are not trying to get them to agree with you. Being present is all you are. We have power in that neutrality. It lets the truth come out without any pressure. A divine reversal is also going on here. You may have felt like the one who was waiting, hoping or wondering in the past. The energy is different now, though. It's you who is being watched. How far this connection goes will depend on your reaction, your steadiness, and your discernment. You should remember that doors don't open loudly, says Archangel Michael. When alignment meets obedience, they open. And sometimes, the knock you hear isn't from someone else. It comes from God and asks if you are ready to receive in a new way. For the next step, you need to stay grounded. Do not go over possible outcomes in your head before it is revealed. Do not assume intention. Allow things to unfold naturally. When it comes to divine timing, anxiety never helps. You might not yet be aware of something else that is protected here. Your future peace, the quiet life you're making, the stability you're going into. Heaven is keeping a close eye on these things. That's why Archangel Michael is taking part. He doesn't get involved without a reason. When something important is at risk, he stands watch. If you feel a check inside you at any time, follow it. To trust your intuition, you don't need proof. A lot of the time, wisdom speaks before proof does. You'll be glad you listened when it does. You don't have to be perfect anymore because of this message. You don't need to get everything right. You don't need to keep track of impressions. The narrative is not something you must control. Performance is not required for truth. There must be presence. After this meeting, something will settle in you, according to Archangel Michael. A sense of closure or confirmation or quiet confidence. The interaction will make things clear, even if it is short. What to keep and what to release will be clear to you. Do not ignore the little things. Some conversations change the whole season. Some meetings change the course of years, and some gifts are only revealed after reflection. Step by step, you are being guided. There is no rush. There is no waste. And everything is coming with a purpose. Stay anchored. Keep an observant attitude. Keep yourself aligned. Because there won't be confusion after this moment. It's order. You won't have to knock twice on the next door that opens either. Dear one, take a deep breath as you read this. Archangel Michael wants you to pay attention to what happens after the knock. A lot of people are so focused on the moment they arrive that they forget how important what comes next is. Heaven is getting you ready not only for the meeting itself, but also for the decisions you'll make afterward, when no one is looking and no one is speaking to you. While people are talking, Archangel Michael says that the real work starts in the silence that follows. When the conversation is over, or the door shuts again, or when you are alone with your thoughts, that is when discernment either gets stronger or weaker. And this time, it will grow up. After this person comes into your awareness, there will be a pause. It could last hours, days, or even a short season. That pause is not a sign of uncertainty. It's called integration. God gives space so that the truth can settle down without any problems. You shouldn't rush to judgment. After your emotions fade, you should pay attention to what stays the same. Pay close attention to what your spirit keeps telling you. Does peace last, or does it slowly fade? Are you stable, or do you feel a little uneasy? These feelings don't just happen. The signals are there. Heaven speaks best when there is less noise, says Archangel Michael. This is also a time when temptation might show up. Not the usual kind of temptation, but the urge to fall back into old habits of thought, to overanalyze, to take responsibility for outcomes that aren't yours, to read words over and over and look for hidden meanings that aren't there. Don't do this. There is no need for you to decode everything. What is meant for you won't hide behind a fog of confusion. Archangel Michael wants you to remember that getting clear doesn't always cause excitement. There are times when it feels like relief, like letting out a deep breath, like I don't have to force this. Protected, that feeling is sacred. Why did heaven wait until now to make this alignment? You know how to be still in the face of uncertainty without rushing to find answers. You now know that silence does not mean absence. Because of this, you won't mess up what's happening. This process is confirming something to you. Being able to trust yourself again, not without thinking, but carefully, in a spiritual way, not an emotional one. This is the process of restoration. Also, speaking of restraint, is Archangel Michael. To seek validation or advice, you might feel compelled to share this experience right away. Be careful. Not everyone requires access to what God is about to unfold. In privacy, some things flourish. Watch out for the early stages of revelation. What is sacred shouldn't be shown off too quickly. Not isolation, though. To communicate with discernment is what it means. Pick carefully who will hear your story as it continues to unfold. In containment, there is power. Another thing you need to know is that this person's role might become clearer in their absence, than in their presence. Pay attention to how they use space. Check to see if they follow your pace. Keep an eye out to see if they let things breathe without putting any pressure on them. More honestly than words could ever convey, these actions reveal intention. You are entering a time when you no longer chase clarity, according to Archangel Michael. Staying aligned will bring it to you. The right outcomes will come to you naturally if you don't try to force them. You know you need to compromise your values to keep something alive when you feel that way. When it comes from God, you don't have to shrink. You are not asked to compromise your standards. It doesn't force you to move faster than peace lets you. Another thing this message does is close a door you left open out of courtesy or fear of missing out. A door that doesn't work for you anymore. And the fact that you don't feel regret about closing it shows that you're healing. You are not missing out on opportunities, claims Archangel Michael. You are making them better. It is always stronger what is left over after refinement. Less idealization, more spirit clarity, less emotional attachment, and more spiritual awareness will become apparent as the days unfold beyond today. Not this kind of detachment. Yes, this is maturity, to become someone who can receive without clinging, appreciate without depending, and discern without doubting themselves. You must change. There is a lot of power here. Be patient as you watch the process unfold. Listen to the pauses. Trust the quiet clarity that comes, and trust that the things that are meant to stay will find a way to stay. Not because danger is close, but because destiny is active. Archangel Michael remains vigilant. Up until it is fully established, what is active must be protected. Stay steady. Maintain your observant nature. The events as they unfold are exactly as they should be. Please take this in stride, my beloved child, as Archangel Michael is now talking about the internal shift you need to experience as this season goes on. Not only is there external movement unfolding, but there is also internal alignment. To respond from authority instead of reaction, and from wisdom instead of emotion, heaven is training your spirit. There will be times after today when you want to think about what happened and ask yourself if you handled it correctly, if you said enough, or if you should have done more. This temptation is not condemnation. It is a habit trying to survive. You no longer need to replay moments to feel secure. What was aligned will remain aligned without your mental effort, says Archangel Michael. You are being asked to rest, though. That is, trust, not passivity. Believe that what heaven plans won't fall apart when you stop watching it. At the same time, your discernment is getting stronger. Your reactions will be slower and more measured. There is no hesitation here. Now this is mastery. No longer are you easily disturbed, easily impressed, or easily swayed. In fact, that's exactly why some things can now come up to you safely. Powerful words are spoken by Archangel Michael here. Not everything that comes your way needs an immediate response. Quiet is not avoiding something. When used right, it is authority. It is okay for you to observe without engaging. It's okay to listen without agreeing. You are free to pause without explaining yourself. You need to protect your inner environment this season. Which thoughts you let in will affect how well you hear God. Stay away from unnecessary noise. Stay away from opinions that make peace less likely. Conversations that drain clarity should be avoided. There is no isolating here. You might be focusing. In this moment, there is also a divine invitation to be proud of who you have become. To appear kind, you no longer have to relax your boundaries. Being kind means being honest, being clear, and having self-respect. Something else is happening quietly, according to Archangel Michael. Your boundaries are not walls, they are gates, and gates open intentionally, not accidentally. People are reacting to you in new ways. Some people will be drawn to your calm personality. Some people might feel uneasy around your clarity. It's not possible to handle this. It is something to pay attention to. Who can accompany you into the next season will be naturally filtered by your growth. You should also remember to stay grounded in gratitude. Instead of dragging you back into old cycles of regret or anticipation, gratitude serves to anchor you in the present. Thank God for everything He has already protected you from, as well as for what is coming. Let's take a moment to talk about this because it's important. If these words are hitting home with your spirit, it means you're not just listening, you're aligning, and alignment gets stronger when you put intention into it. Please take a moment to like this message so that it can reach more people who are at similar crossroads. Tell someone who needs calm clarity instead of confusion about it. Tell us in the comments that you are choosing peace, wisdom, and discernment this season. Now is the time to subscribe if you haven't already. This space is there to help you get ready for shifts, not after the fact. When you subscribe, you stay in touch with guidance that helps you see divine timing as it unfolds. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in a fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. I want you to stay with this message if it has been grounding you, strengthening you, or making things clear for you. Right now, while we wait for more revelations, I want you to anchor yourself. Feel free to type Amen in the comments to show that you are actively receiving, not just passively listening. You agree with everything that heaven has said about your life today with this one simple word. Feel the change in your spirit as you type it. From hearing to having, you are moving on. Don't leave me yet. The last part of this message will surprise you with how it all fits together. Wait a minute. What is coming next will link the unspoken protection around you with a very practical outcome you will soon recognize in your daily life. Believe me, this upcoming revelation will make sense of everything. As an active protector of your present, Archangel Michael is still with you. The small details, the pauses, the hesitations, and the decisions you make when no one else is looking are all under his watch. There is joy in heaven over your growth, moving forward without fear. Keep going steadily without putting any pressure on yourself. What is coming together now won't need any force. Faithfulness will be necessary. You're ready now. Archangel Michael is now revealing what is quietly shifting beneath the surface of your everyday life. Beloved one, receive this with stillness. Heaven has already started reorganizing the foundation, even if you don't see big changes yet. Long before the results can be seen, this is the stage where outcomes are decided. You might feel like your priorities have changed. You no longer care as much about things that used to drain your energy. You don't feel the need to pursue conversations like you used to. It's not a loss of passion. Focus refinement is what it is. Your spirit is aligning with what sustains you, not just what distracts you, according to Archangel Michael. Since the event connected to today is over, you are now entering a clear, calm, and peaceful time. Don't forget to rest during the calm seasons. They're often where the most important work gets done. It's the quiet alignment that builds longevity, not the loud breakthroughs. During this time, something is at rest in you. Believe in your own smarts. Confidence rooted in wisdom, not arrogance or self-reliance apart from God. You no longer have to second-guess yourself when you know when to move and when to wait. Showing maturity in this way, your capacity to wait without anxiety, according to Archangel Michael, is one of the best forms of protection you currently have. No longer does waiting feel like a punishment. The feeling is purposeful. You are ready for more, just by that. Heaven knows that. You might also notice that some people drift away on their own during this phase. There is no rejection here. This is called redirection. Relationships are always altered by alignment. Some connections were seasonal and were meant to teach you a certain thing. Some people were happy with their confusion, so they couldn't follow you into clarity. Let them go without being angry. Being thankful makes doors close softly. You are learning how to give without expectation, receive without attachment, and engage without losing yourself during this season. These are the skills that keep destiny safe. You are reminded by Archangel Michael that discernment develops through experience, not isolation. Do not fear talking to people. Losing awareness is terrifying. You can now stay on your intended path without being distracted. That's growth. There will be times when you feel like something is about to happen, but nothing changes in the outside world. Do not lose your patience. Prior to acting, heaven frequently sends signals. You are first made aware, so you are not surprised when you act on what you know. You are also being taught to see peace as a choice, not just an emotion. The source of peace now is alignment, not circumstances. External shifts won't shake you as much as they used to because of this. According to Archangel Michael, stability is what allows blessings to stay with you rather than passing through, which is what is currently developing in you. During this time, be mindful of how you handle minor inconveniences. Your reactions will show how much you've healed. You now feel neutrality where there was once frustration. You now feel understanding where you once felt offense. These show signs of inner freedom. A new level of authority rests on you as well. Authority over yourself, not over others. No longer do your thoughts run wild. Your emotions no longer decide what you do. Learning to lead yourself well is what you are doing. Because you have this authority, heaven trusts you with more responsibility. Blessings that are heavy need people who can hold them steady. You might not want to explain your choices to other people as much. Not even secrecy applies here. It's called discernment. Individuals do not require access to your reasoning. You and God are the only ones who should understand some things. As your life gets simpler but deeper, says Archangel Michael, there will be fewer distractions, a clearer view, and stronger boundaries. For what really matters to grow, this simplicity creates space. Label this season, but do not rush. Please allow it to unfold. God is still forming, despite labels. Maintain your open, observant, and grounded nature. No more waiting for permission. You are waiting for confirmation. Consistency, alignment, and peace are other ways to get confirmation. It will not feel foreign what comes next. It will feel familiar in a way that surprises you, as if your spirit knows it before your mind does. The way divine alignment works is like this. Stay in the present, be aware, stay anchored. The following move will occur naturally without strain. The Archangel Michael stands watch, not because danger threatens, but rather because what is being built must be protected until it is fully established. It will be my choice. Archangel Michael is about to reveal why this whole sequence has required such precision, so put your thoughts aside for a moment. A transfer of spiritual responsibility is what you are entering into, not just a moment of discernment. Heaven does not grant deeper clarity to those who rush, panic, or act out of emotion. It only trusts people who can listen, wait, and obey without constant reassurance. A lot of your growth has happened inside you up until now. Heaven sees it all, while people don't. The things that have been said about your restraint, patience, and willingness to pause instead of react have been noted. Because of this, you now have insight that protects you and those who are connected to you. Archangel Michael says this is why the person who was linked to today was allowed to be close to you, to reveal how strong your discernment has become, not to overpower you or to disrupt you. You were never meant to replace something with the hidden gift. It was intended to confirm something that had already been established. There is a release going on here, a release from doubting yourself, a release that doesn't require external confirmation, a release from having to constantly justify your decisions. You are moving into a time when your inner knowing will lead you. This knowledge is anchored in peace, not fear. You might notice that your emotion is less active than it used to be. Things that used to cause overthinking now pass through you without causing you any disturbance. It's not emotional numbness. Here is the emotional order. Your emotions are no longer in charge. Alignment exists between them. This, according to Archangel Michael, is a sign of spiritual maturity, and stability attracts spirit. Trust is attracted to stability, and doors that do not open for everyone are attracted to trust. In how you speak or choose not to speak, there is also a quiet authority growing. No longer are you driven to correct everyone, explain everything, or defend your point of view. Silence has become the intention. Words are now used with care. This is moving wisdom. This calm is not the same thing as being stuck. Even when things seem still, heaven is active. Roots are getting stronger. Foundations are getting stronger, and what grows below ground determines what goes up. Also, this is the time of year when you learn to tell when something is done for good. For some things, there's no need for closure talks. Understanding, peace, and release are enough to put an end to some situations. The protection you are currently experiencing is not accidental, Archangel Michael wants you to know. It is with intention because the next part of your life is important. Stability is built during times like these because weight requires it. There will be times when you feel pushed to trust yourself more, to move forward without asking too many people for advice, or to wait for everyone to agree. That nudge isn't pride. Yes, it's okay. Heaven is showing you how to be clear without getting stiff, how to keep your options open without letting manipulation get you. It is hard to find this balance, so it is worth a lot. Now take in this word of healing. If you're ready to trust discernment over impulse and peace over pressure, type 1 walk in divine clarity in the comments. The blessing code 1139 is now being sent to you. People don't get this message or ones like it by accident. They quietly get to the people God is getting ready. I can hear the Lord saying that those who assist in spreading this word are helping with the harvest. You are not paying for content when you support this mission through a Super Thanks membership or through PayPal in the description. You are giving souls who are standing at important doors more clarity. Because obedience in moments like this releases light into places you may never see but heaven records. I personally invite you to act on what you feel stirring right now. May God increase your peace in all areas of your life as you sow, strengthen your discernment, and safeguard your family. Do it right now. Answer the call, and heaven will answer. Dear one, pay close attention now, because Archangel Michael is taking your attention away from the present moment and putting it on the season that comes after it. Many people get ready for an encounter, but they don't get ready for the responsibility that comes after things are made clear. You're being prepared in a different way. You are being shown not only what to discern, but also how to handle what has been revealed by heaven. Things may change in a subtle but powerful way in how you carry yourself after today is over. You become calmer and more sure of how you feel about life. It's not like you used to look for signs like that. Signs appear to follow you instead. This is not a mistake. We call this alignment. Archangel Michael tells you that your trust in God is growing. Not the kind of trust that needs proof every step of the way, but the kind that moves steadily because it hears the voice of the shepherd. You are learning the difference between divine prompting and emotional urgency, intuition and impulse. This level of discernment will keep you safe for a long time. Your expectations are also getting better. You no longer base your hope on what other people can do or say they will do. Consistency, character, and peace serve as its anchors. This change alone will keep you from being let down in the future. You might feel like you can't handle as much confusion anymore. It's easy to get clarity or release in situations that used to last a long time. There is no impatience here. It's alignment that won't live with chaos. This is the time, according to Archangel Michael, when your no is stronger than your yes. There's no longer a fear of missing out that makes you say yes. Fear of rejection no longer motivates you to say no. Your responses are measured, grounded, and intentional. There will be times when people get your restraint wrong. People might think that your silence or boundaries mean that you are not interested in them. Please do not rush to correct their assumptions. People who are supposed to understand you won't need to be told over and over again. People who demand access without respect show how limited they are. This is also a time of internal order. Your thoughts are less all over the place. Your choices seem more thought out. You feel less reactive with your emotions. You don't feel less because of this. It means that you can clearly feel. Archangel Michael wants you to remember that order brings order. As you organize your thoughts and feelings, the outside world will start to mirror those changes. Chances come up more naturally. Conversations seem to have more meaning. No longer can distractions hold you. You might find that the doors you used to knock on aren't as interesting to you now. Not because you failed, but because you're too big for the space behind them now. In this case, it means gain, not loss. There is also a quiet confidence growing in the way you think about the future. You don't want to know what will happen if this doesn't work out. You're pondering what would happen if everything were to unfold as planned. Everything changes when you change your point of view. You are entering a time when peace becomes your filter, according to Archangel Michael. You know right away when something is getting in the way and don't feel like putting up with it anymore. This new understanding will change how you schedule your time. You'll be less likely to want to take on too much. Depth will win out over quantity for you. These choices will add up to stability. This season is very strong, so don't forget that. It may seem quiet, but the strongest foundations are often built during quiet times. What is built now won't be easy to move in the future. Along with that, you are learning to trust pauses. A delay is not always resistance. Pauses can be used to protect you. These are some preparations. Some are just God giving you time to rest before you move on. You are being set up to recognize alignment without overthinking it, says Archangel Michael. You'll know when something fits. You won't force it if it doesn't work. This is the result of everything you've been through. You became clear through confusion. Being let down taught you how to choose wisely. You learned to be wise by waiting. Take this truth with you as you go. You're not behind. You're not behind schedule. You're not missing anything that was meant for you. You will find what is yours in peace, not fear. Stay steady. Stay grounded. You won't have to give up on yourself for what's coming next. You will have to trust the person you have become. Archangel Michael is still watching over you to make sure that what comes into your life now fits with what God is building inside you. This fit will speak for itself. Dear one, please stay with this message, because now Archangel Michael wants you to think about how you will move forward now that everything has been revealed. This is not the time of year for big announcements or hasty choices. This is the season of becoming. You should live what you've learned, not just read about it. Your energy will speak louder than your words from now on. People will know you are clear even if you don't say much. In this case, alignment creates a quiet authority that can't be copied. You are no longer trying to make people believe in who you are. You're just standing in it. This is where a lot of people fail, according to Archangel Michael. It's not that they lack wisdom, but that they forget to use what they know all the time. Making a choice isn't a one-time thing. You do this pose every day, so it's second nature to you now. Now you don't have to turn it on and off. It is built in. You may notice that things get solved on their own without any problems. Things that used to need work now get solved on their own through distance, timing, or the truth coming out. This is the perfect use of time. God is doing more in your life with less stress. A new level of controlling your emotions is also taking hold. There are still strong emotions inside you, but they don't steer you. It's possible to be let down without giving up hope. Being happy doesn't mean you have to hold on to it. The power of this balance is rare and strong. Archangel Michael wants you to remember that this stability is what keeps future blessings safe. Increased trust in what cannot be shaken, and heaven will never release growth where it can't stay. You see people differently now that it's fall. You're not looking for red flags out of worry anymore, and you're not ignoring them out of hope either. You can see well. You don't have to rewrite what is shown because you agree with it. Being honest with yourself sets you free. There may be times when you want to go back to old habits of forgiving too much or giving too many reasons. Take a moment to breathe and remember how far you've come. You don't have to earn peace. You're welcome to keep it. As this message keeps coming to you, know that you are not alone on this journey, according to Archangel Michael. Your discernment is now self-sustaining. You no longer need constant signs to confirm what you already know. Many people are getting ready in the same way, quietly, with intention and without show, and clarity grows when it spreads. If this message has helped you feel more grounded, stronger, or see things differently, please like it right now so that it can reach more people who need calm and clarity. Someone who might be at a crossroads they haven't seen should see it. Leave a comment saying that you are moving forward with peace and discernment. You are also welcome to subscribe if you haven't already. Staying connected here keeps you aligned with messages that prepare you for changes before they happen. not after they cause confusion. That's not what this is about. It's about being ready. Please wait a little longer. In a way you might not expect, what comes next will tie everything together. I promise you that you will want to know how this season ends and what heaven has planned for you next. Archangel Michael stays alert because authority has been given to you, not because uncertainty is present. You are being watched over because people trust you. Carry on walking steadily. Don't stop choosing peace. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you, is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. Your participation is important at this sacred point in the message. Say this truth over your life in the comments. My discernment is now established. Be sure to write it with confidence. Be sure to write it with authority. Not because you want to persuade God, but because you agree with what He has already done in you. Your spirit is strengthened by this declaration, which also silences every voice that tries to argue with what heaven has made clear. Now stay with me, because what comes next will reveal the deeper meaning behind the stillness you've been experiencing. Archangel Michael is now revealing the significance of the stillness you have been going through, so stay still while you read this, beloved soul. This isn't just a pause. It's time to seal things. Heaven seals what it wants to keep, and keeping things safe always comes before growing. Things may feel calm in a way that you can't quite put your finger on. Solid, but not exciting in the old sense of the word. This is my intention. Being anchored by God means that when things start to move again, they won't throw you off. For the next part, you will need to be steady, not fast. Archangel Michael says, the reason the encounter around today did not explode into immediate change is because God was watching how you handle restraint. Many people ask for doors to open, but few are ready for the discipline required to walk through them without losing maturity. You have shown maturity that you can restrain without resentment and wait without impulse. You answer instead of reacting. You pick to chase instead. Instead of grasping, you release. These changes are big. They are building blocks. They tell you how much weight your future can hold. There might be less of an urgency for you to describe what's going on in your life. There is no longer a need for labels. It's not as important to give explanations now. This is because you're not living to interpret anymore. You're living the truth. And the truth doesn't need to be held up. This season is teaching you how to stay grounded, even when outcomes are not yet apparent, according to Archangel Michael. This is faith at work, not emotional faith, but faith that is put into action, the kind that doesn't need to be made sure of anything. In the same way, your desires are becoming cleaner. What you want is more important than what you want less of. You are no longer impressed by accessibility, attention, or how someone looks. Things with substance, consistency, and peace appeal to you. This refinement keeps you safe from distractions that look like chances. You might feel like your intuition is stronger but also calmer now. It doesn't yell. It pushes. It doesn't get too much. It shows. This is how discernment grows up. It stops being hard to hear and becomes a part of you. This is why some things have slowed down, says Archangel Michael. Speed would have drowned out wisdom. Silence lets it rise, and now wisdom is leading. You are also learning that not every chapter needs a crowd. Not noticing, comparing, or commenting on some growth is the best way for it to happen. Privacy does not mean hiding. It shows respect for what God is still making. You and heaven are going to trust each other more. No longer do you ask God to explain everything. He has your trust to order it. That trust will pay off in ways you can't see yet. You'll also be able to say no without feeling bad this season. You are beginning to understand that turning down what drains you and accepting what sustains you are two different things. The protection provided by this clarity. This is Archangel Michael's way of reminding you that peace is not the absence of problems. As you walk in alignment right now, it's the presence of alignment. Don't think that the calm means that nothing is happening. The seeds grow slowly. In darkness, roots grow deeper. Below the surface, things are being built that will soon allow growth to be seen. At some point, everything will fall into place naturally, and you'll realize that the whole process was meant to help you see it without fear, doubt, or hesitation. Life is no longer teaching you how to react to it. You are learning how to navigate it with wisdom. Archangel Michael is still watching over you, not because he is afraid of something, but because something important is about to be finished. Stay grounded. Keep your cool. There will be clarity, not confusion, when the end of this season comes. You won't be surprised by what comes next. Yes, it will confirm you. The final message from Archangel Michael is now bringing closure to what has been unfolding in heaven step by step, my beloved child. This ending isn't full of tragedy or emotion. There is no room for confusion in this ending because it is so full of confirmation. Everything about today was never meant to be too much for you. It was meant to get you ready. Now that preparation is over, positioning is the word. You're in a place where you can see alignment without having to doubt yourself. You can receive without fear, and you can leave without making any regrets. Archangel Michael says, the greatest shift did not happen around you. It happened within you. You are no longer governed by anticipation. You are guided by clarity. You are no longer seeking signs desperately. You recognize truth anticipation fully. That is the mark of spiritual maturity. Their purpose was served by the person who arrived with a hidden gift. It didn't matter if they were there for a short time or played a small part. What they brought to you was the real gift. Discernment without being suspicious. No passivity for peace. Strength without being tough. As you feel this truth sinking into your spirit, I want you to seal it with your statement. Please type Amen in the comment section below, but not as a religious word. Instead, type it as a warrior's promise to heaven. Know that you are not just typing letters as you write it. You are securing the strength, peace, and discernment that have just emerged within you. Wait, what's going to happen next? We'll show you how this new authority changes everything. You are now on the edge of something. You're not as eager to cross it this time, though. You are sure that what is yours will come to you at the right time. Rushing does not advance destiny, as you have discovered. Alignment does that. Archangel Michael wants you to understand this well. There is no loss of anything important. There has been no delay in anything useful. God hasn't missed anything good. Every pause, every moment of silence, and every wait had a purpose. There is no longer any weight of uncertainty. You might feel lighter without being careless, open without being left out, and hopeful without being desperate. One of a kind, this balance. Watch out for it. It will get you a long way. Some people will not understand why you are so calm. They might anticipate a reaction you used to give, why you no longer have to pay. To make them feel better, don't shrink. It's not arrogance to have peace, it's alignment. You are entering a season where answers come without struggle, where clarity unfolds naturally, where doors open because they recognize who you have become. You are no longer chasing purpose. You are walking in it quietly. Let this truth anchor you, Archangel Michael says. You will continue to be led by your discernment. Peace will keep confirming you. You will continue to be safe because of your wisdom. Now please seal this message, as sealing something means it's done. If you understand and feel peace about this word, type I am sealed in divine wisdom in the comments. Blessing code 2024 is now being used on your life. Now is your chance to take part in what heaven is doing. You speak it with intention in the comments. I now walk in divine alignment. Not, I hope to walk in it someday. Not, maybe this will happen for me. Heaven responds to clarity. You are telling every spiritual force that is watching that you are no longer waiting for permission when you write those words. In line with God's timing, you are moving forward. Hold on. The last part of this message will seal everything we've received together. Now, as this message comes to rest, hear this invitation flow naturally from everything you've received. I can hear the Lord saying, those who help spread this word help open doors for others before fear takes hold. This mission is not to entertain people, but to prepare their souls. You are sowing into discernment for someone who does not yet know how to hear God clearly when you support this work through Super Thanks membership or the PayPal link in the description. I'm about to speak to you. Your response is not accidental if this message protected, grounded, or confirmed you. Do something about it. Let the seed go. May Archangel Michael watch over your home, decisions, and future as you give. One last thing I want you to do before you leave. Spread this message. You can email it to a friend who needs to hear it, post it on your page, or send it to someone you love. Don't let this word end there. You are bringing breakthrough to everyone in your network when you share this prophetic word. Heaven flows through you when you serve as a gateway, and heaven flows back through you when you do that. The anointing you have grows. Wider doors open in front of you. The words you speak are more important. Share it right now. Watch how far God takes this breakthrough as it spreads. May heaven give you more peace, clarity, and provision. Do it right now. Follow the nudge. Let heaven answer. Finally, if you haven't already, now is the time to decide if you want to subscribe. Sign up right now, not tomorrow, not after, right now. It's not enough to just join a community when you subscribe. You are making every prophetic promise that was made over your life in this message come true. You're saying that you won't miss what God has to say. You are getting ready to hear the next word, get the next instruction, or receive the next revelation before it goes by. Heaven is watching what you say. Trust that your obedience will open all the doors that are waiting for you. To fully enter all that God has planned, click subscribe right now. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high-vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct, personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.